Welcome, one and all, to the Director's Commentary Podcast, episode 31. We are here. We are like just a few seconds shy of 5 o'clock, but I was getting impatient, so I just wanted to continue. I just wanted to get it going, you know? You know. I forgot to get the other tab open to play the video, but hey, we ball, you know? We ball. That's what we do around here. We're going to get it all set up, ready to go, have the chat pulled up on my phone so we can read it. That way, at least I don't completely ignore the messages. Hope you all are doing well. Hope everyone that tunes into this live or after the fact, hope everyone has a beautiful day. Hope everyone has been having a beautiful day. Whoa. You probably heard that. That's just a little sneak peek for the new video. Got a little hickey-uppy. Yo! Chloe says, yo! Alright. Time to get into the director's chair view. We're here. We are kicking it. Alright, so let me see. A little note before we start. I really like this video. I like what I was able to do with the B-roll and the visuals and the things. So far, the video is 10 of 10, which is terrible. Well, by YouTube standards, that's terrible. It's not performing as of right this second, but it's okay. You know, it's going to be alright. It's not going to stay that way forever, I can tell you that. 10 minutes and 26 seconds. It's actually, technically it's 10 minutes, 25 seconds, and 17 frames. But it rounds, so it do be that way. Everybody's popping in. Welcome. And without further ado, let's just get right in to this commentary. First, I'm not even going to start the video, and I'm going to say something. So, the intro, like the first second or two, the hardest part of creating, or whatever I said, this was a very last minute addition. Very cool though, I think. I like adding the cut, like it on the text on the screen, but instead of using text, using written word on a piece of paper where I shoot it overhead. I want to figure out some kind of better lighting situation though for the overhead shots, because I just feel like they're too dim. This one I've done some finagling with, but I still feel like the overhead shots are too dim. I don't know if anyone notices that or anything of that nature, but they just feel too dim. I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky, but I feel like the overhead on the notebook and stuff is just too dim. So I want to try and fix that to some degree. I moved this lamp over, but like it's still, I feel like it needs more still, but either way. Yeah, I really like this intro sequence.
The hardest part about creating is finding that thing that makes...
I mean, that's probably a whole second, right?
The hardest part about creating is...
That's literally 1 second into the video and that's gone. That's like a blink and you miss it kind of moment. But I think it's nice. I think it's kind of nice. It kind of is one of those things you almost want to go back and see. Like you gotta like say, wait a minute, hold on, go back and let it replay. I don't know. That's the way I'm seeing it anyway.
The hardest part about creating is finding that thing that makes your work unique. This struggle has plagued...
Fun fact, I don't know if you can tell, but I literally, the morning I recorded this, I woke up, got dressed, and then shot this. So I'm still kind of asleep, if you can tell.
Me for years.
Like my eyes, you can kind of tell.
Finding that...
Yeah, you can kind of tell like there's some red around my eyes. I don't know. You can tell I'm just not quite... Like my face isn't awake.
Thing that makes your work unique. This struggle has plagued me for years because I've been on...
We're back again with the click sounds, right? Gotta activate the B-roll. Gotta have that audible cue.
YouTube for...
That's crazy. Okay, I was actually, whenever I was recording this, I said, oh yeah, I've been on YouTube for 4 years. And I was guessing. I knew it was about 4, but actually no, it's been well over 4, but I don't think I've ever looked at the YouTube thing where the video says 4 years ago, so that's crazy. Gonna take my hoodie off because I'm already getting warm and we're like 2 minutes in. Super psyched for the director's commentary. Got the Spirited Man Van Neistat hoodie on today. One of my favorite. Actually, it's probably, yeah, it's one of my favorite hoodies. It's up there with like the top two or three favorite hoodies. I remember there was an era of my life I didn't own any hoodies, and then all of a sudden, like I blinked, and then I owned like 5. Just from school and from getting, it's just all sorts of things kind of happened all at once, and I got a bunch of hoodies. But anyway,
4 years, and
yeah, 4 years, kind of wild. It's been a long time. Been a long 4 years. Been a great 4 years, but you know,
still haven't quite found...
See, you can tell it's the morning because there's that aggressive line on my face of, hey, this is the window, this is not the window. Like, that's... I was in the middle of that, and I was like, but what? Actually, I had to cut some because I leaned too far in to the camera, and so it messed up. Like something got weird, and it looked like there was a whole bunch of light, and then there wasn't, and then it was weird. It looked really weird, so I had to cut it and then like reshoot that part. But alas,
on my thing. Although I feel like I'm hot on the trail.
Yeah, I tell you what, that day was a really good day for time lapses. Fun fact: all the time lapses in this video are shot on my phone. There's one exception. I shot on the GoPro, but it was from a past video because I used it for context and something else. But all the time lapses are shot on my phone in this video because my dad is growing lettuce inside, and so I've got the GoPro set up on the lettuce, so it's shooting the lettuce growing. And it's funny because the GoPro, I've got the time lapse set at 1 frame every 30 minutes. So every half hour we'll shoot a frame, and if I'm shooting at like 24 frames per second, that means 12 hours will get me 1 second of video. Chloe says that sky is so blue. Dude, that's one of the reasons I love shooting the time lapses with the phone, is because it really has a nice color palette. Like the colors are really true to life, which is why time lapses are really good on that thing. But the GoPro is just much more stable. If I can get a good setup, like this setup wasn't too bad, because sometimes if the phone is set up in a weird way, it'll like shake it really badly, and I just don't really vibe with that. And it makes for an annoying time lapse because it's not, you're focusing on the shake of the camera.
So how do you find your?
Oh wait, we gotta be prepared for that. That also is one of those animations that goes by in a blink of an eye. Because I talk really fast, but check this out.
I feel like I'm hot on the trail. So how do you find your thing as a creative person?
That was cool. I liked that. That was also a later edition. So what I did, let me tell you the process of this whole entire video, because that's kind of what director's commentary is about. So I shot like all of the talking, right? All of the talking parts, I shot that, first. I went through, told the story, did the things, gave the value, did the message, all that. And then after that, I chucked it all into the editor and started cutting it up. And as I was doing that, I went through and like watched it back and stuff. And I wrote down a list of shots that I wanted to get and different things for B-roll and additional footage for the video that I wanted to get. So I went and did that, and I had like about half and half was either overhead with paper drawing, something like that, something creative like that, or like a screenshot. Olive is here for director's commentary. Good. I'm glad Olive is here. Olive needs to get some director's commentary. But no, I went through, shot all the talking parts first, and then I followed that with putting it in the editor, and then got my second wave of shooting. So I shot the start, and then put it in the editor, started editing, and then got the second wave of shooting. So it's a multi-step process I'm starting to develop in making these videos. I think I'm liking it so far. I'm really digging it. Because it kind of breaks it up. My shooting days, it kind of breaks it up to where it's not shoot everything and then edit, because sometimes I don't, like when I'm shooting, sometimes I don't know exactly what I need shot-wise, unless I wanted to just like storyboard the whole thing, but that just not how it works. It could, but I just don't want it to work that way. But I could do that, or I could just start shooting, get what I know I want in the video, and then start to edit and like kind of get it together and like collect my thoughts and make some notes and stuff, and then go back and shoot some more. And then that sort of, to me, what I've found is that it allows me to get exactly what I want for the video. Like I go through, put in the important talking parts, and then go through and just come up with all the ideas of what to assist the talking parts.
So how do you find your thing as a creative person? It can be applied to any.
Also, just recently I brought in, so I was backtrack a little bit. Fun fact: I went to art school. Right, whenever I was in college, I was there for art, and so one of the things I was required to get, I'm not going to pull it out because it's a pain in the butt to get back in, but one of the things I was required to get was a cutting mat for like X-Acto knives and stuff. So I got the X-Acto knife. I think I have a couple more. I don't know where they are though. But I got this and I got the cutting mat. So I brought the cutting mat in because I was doing a lot of X-Acto knife things for a video, and I realized I didn't want to cut my desk all to shreds, and I didn't want to use something else because I have the required tool to like assist in doing that. So I brought that in. I also brought in a pair of scissors because I have gone this entire time and not had a pair of scissors in here. So that's just a fun fact. But yeah, I did the letters right here. Cut all that out with X-Acto knife. Pretty sick. Also, I was going to do the do and the U like in separate cuts, but it was so quick you didn't even see the do. So I put them together. And it's so fast, you still probably can't even notice it.
How do you find your...
And then some of the letters...
I feel like I'm hot on the trail.
Some of the letters I did frame by frame, and some of them I did... So that one is just how.
How do you find...
Then do you is just that, and then find is frame by frame.
Find
your is by itself, and then thing is frame by frame. That's so cool.
On the trail. So how do you find your thing?
Okay, I want to actually pull up the editing... the document, the file, the Premiere Elements file, because it's just cool. I could do this too. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna go. This is never before done. The D and the R don't have holes cut out. Why? I'm glad you noticed that actually, because I in a way I almost did that intentionally just to get people to notice it, but really the real reason is because I didn't really feel like it, and I just wanted to see if somebody would notice it. Because I cut the O out, but I didn't cut the other two out. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's the other one. Where's the... Here it is. Okay. So check this out. Right up here. See if you can see it. Yeah. So we have the how, and then boom, and then boom, bam, bam. Each one of these little cuts is a frame. So it's literally like 1/24th of a second. A fraction of a second, if you will. Boom, bam. Bam, and then boom, and of course I wanted to line it up with what I was saying, and I was speaking relatively quickly, so it's hard to get it to where you could get it on screen for super long. How do you find your thing? Oh, I love this. Letter at a time, boom, boom, bam, bam. I'm half tempted, because I have all the letters right here, I'm half tempted to like recycle these letters and use them again for something else, because like it wasn't very hard, like difficulty-wise, to cut them out. But it was a pain because it was like a tedious, meticulous process. So I don't really feel like messing with that all the time. I'm gonna keep the editor up just in case I want to like cut back and forth to show you things in the edit. I think that'll add another dimension to the commentaries. Actually, now that I'm thinking on that. Matter of fact, I'm going to full screen, baby, full screen ahead.
As a creative person,
I should have made a question mark. Now that I'm looking back in hindsight for grammatical correctness.
It can be applied to anything in life. How do you find your thing? What makes what you make yours? Over the last few years, this is sort of what I've observed as sort of how one goes about finding their thing. First, there's inspiration.
Okay, so just a little plug here. So this first 2 minutes and XYZ, like 2 minutes and 40 seconds ish, I released on Patreon first. And even the beginning part with the fun letters and stuff like that didn't come out until later because I wanted to add more to that, to give the patrons like a reason to watch the YouTube thing. But anyway, no, the point is I'll be releasing some clips early on Patreon. So if you're into that kind of thing, there's a link in the description. Anyway, let's go back and rewatch this part.
Oh, one goes about finding their thing.
For some reason, this is one of my favorite. Damn lowercase i's, bro. I don't even know what to tell you. One of my favorite things right here.
First,
this cut.
There's inspiration.
You get the first inspiration, then boom, we're into it. We are into it. And it's funny, the thing about this video you're going to see and I'm going to talk about is like the setup is, let me see here. It's relatively lengthy. The setup is like about 3 minutes long. Conflict is about like this I'm going to say second act is almost the rest of the video. the resolution isn't until basically the end. This was such a fun thing. I loved this little project. So I did the inspiration, and then I was like, I gotta come up with something that's more creative than just the word on the piece of paper. Because like I want to do this where I do the overhead, and with the Sharpie on the paper and stuff. But I want to make it better. Like I gotta figure out a way to innovate it to where it's less. Like, it's the same thing over and over again if you don't innovate it, right? And it's not nearly as interesting. So I wanted to find a way to make it cool. And so what I did was I wrote the stuff on the next page and then made a door on the first page to access the next thing.
The creative person gets inspired by one or more things, sources, people, whatever.
Whatever.
And as
The Sharpie rolling, I think, was a flat book vibes. Flat book? Flap book? Oh my gosh. Dude, this creative person diagram, I think, is one of my favorites for in-video visualization stuff. Like, it's just so cool to me. Okay, let's go back.
one or more things, sources, people, whatever. And as a result of that inspiration, the creative person...
He's the creative person, the little pink... Can I name the stick man? I was gonna let the stick man be nameless unless you can come up with something better. Like, it's just the creative person. But throw your names in the chat and then we'll see what you got. If it's cool, I'll use it.
creates.
Hold on, we gotta go back and like lock into the video. Check this out. The next 10 seconds are epic.
Inspiration, the creative person
Creates. Boom.
They create.
I tell you what, Epidemic Sound went hard on this video, cause that sound you just the music you just heard was a stem of a different song. It was the music. I believe it was the melody. That's what it was. Not the melody. I think was what that was. But I wanted to look like I wanted it to be inspiration. Boom, and then some kind of electronic music to aid in the visuals. And then that was what I had, and I think it really landed. I really like it. And also it was a nice quick so it was easy to like make quick cuts with the animation to where it didn't kind of go by super slow. And also, I think this visual, I really am digging it because it shows, like, it kind of hints at the next parts instead of sort of like leaving you kind of not really getting an idea of what might come next. Content creator Calvin. Oh, goodness. Calvin. We'll have to think about it. I like it, but we'll have to think about it. But anyway, this little number line here, I really like that it represents the story as it's unfolding. And actually, I think this is the story right here. This whole boom, boom, bam, bam. This is the process. And then finding the thing is the end.
They create based on those previous inspirations, the inspiration that got them started. And once this creative person starts to create these things based on that inspiration, they just do it over and over and over again.
This
creative person creates.
That was also a very I really liked that. I think that was a really creative idea. I want to show you something though. We're gonna go back to the editing document because I want to show you. Let's see, where was it? Okay. We have the over and over and over and over and over. We have an Easter egg. Ready? We gotta go. It's like in this, I have it sped up, so it's like literally a microsecond that it shows up on the screen. Easter egg. Oh wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, it's not. You can't see it. I'm sorry. Don't. What the heck happened? Oh wait, here we go. So yeah. Okay, so I've scrubbed it or whatever, frame by frame in this, as I'm flipping through the sticky notes, and boom! Instead of an over and over and over and over, I have Easter egg. So there's one frame, literally one frame in that video. If you can catch it, it says Easter egg on the sticky note. This is clutch for you guys that watch the streams. You can see, and I guess if you want to watch the commentary replay afterwards, whatever, it's up to you guys. But yeah, one frame exists that there's the Easter egg. That's like the most discreet. That's the most discreet Easter egg I think I've probably ever done because it only lasts for a frame. And it's kind of, the way this visual goes, it kind of just, you get it. Okay, you assume the rest of them are going to say the same thing, but they don't. Also, I missed a sticky note. There, I missed one, in case you didn't see that. Anyway, let's get back to the video. But yeah, there's an Easter egg. I want to do it. I want to like consciously remember to put an Easter egg in every video and like make it sort of known. That way you continue to look. That way people in general continue to look for them. I think that would be a really neat thing, really fun thing. Back to the video.
Over and over and over again.
Let's see if I can hit it. Dang it! I missed it. Okay. More. See, I did the stop motion at first, But then I figured it might get redundant, so what I did was, instead of stop motion, I just sped it up, which basically looks like stop motion. It's just with my hand in the way.
Over and over and over again. Creative person creates.
Look at that. And so you still kind of get that stop motion effect, but you can see my hand popping in and out of frame. I mean, technically, if you just speed it up, it's like you're cutting, because it's reducing the amount of frames in that thingy.
After this process of creating based on inspiration, after that has been repeated so many times, the creative person starts to evolve.
Boom. I love this too, this visual.
They take what they're inspired by, and they mold it.
And there's Calvin. There he is, right over there.
Whether that be by learning new things, getting inspired by other people, by new people, just generally taking what they started with.
I really dig this visual right here. I liked it because I don't know if anyone else got it. This was my intention. So like what you're inspired by, right? It's on a piece of paper. They mold it by wadding it up. That is the thing. Molding what they're inspired by. They're taking the thing and they're molding it. And then
learning new things.
Then the mold is. It's there. That's what it is. It's the same wadded up piece of paper.
Things, getting inspired by other people, by new people, just generally taking what they started with and evolving it. And with this, the creative person continues to create, continues to repeat these things, and continues to evolve.
Paint pen came in clutch. I'm half tempted to start using it more because I feel like I'm wasting a lot of paper by skipping sheets because it has bled. And I've kept a bleed sheet where like I'll use the same piece of paper to like put underneath what I'm writing or drawing. That way it doesn't bleed onto the next sheet. But like I think I got rid of it. / it was annoying. So, but the paint pen doesn't bleed. It just collects on the surface of the paper.
Once so much evolution happens,
and it's such a clear black too. It's so boom. It's so bold. You know.
In that creative person,
they're just expensive.
Something else happens. The creator finds their thing. You just sort of you're sort of inspired by a bunch of different people, and you take a little bit from every little person.
That plus sign, I swear, was the hardest thing to draw. I tried to do it was weird. It turned out so funky. I was not a fan. It just looked really thick, so I had to keep the theme of the thick plus sign, and then I made the equal sign just as thick, and it was uncomfortable. I wasn't a fan, but that's what it is.
And so your uniqueness is not only the little things that you're inspired by as a collective, but what you bring to that as well. Once this creative person has evolved far enough, this creative person begins to find their thing, find what makes their work, their creativity, theirs. And in thinking about this process,
here we go.
This inspiration to creation, to repetition, to evolution, to individualization. Thinking about that process makes me think about my journey so far up until this point. My journey from the start to finding my thing.
Okay, so that, from the beginning until this point, was on Patreon. Everything else the patrons haven't seen. Or like, at least they have, because they watched the video, but whatever. No, that first 2 minutes and 48 seconds is setup. That is what I've considered the setup of this video. I'm introducing the process of, like the general process of doing, hold on. Woj bomb. USA basketball is aggressively pursuing Drew Holiday to play on the Olympic team. Epic. Anywho. No, so that first 2 minutes and 48 seconds I have deemed the setup of this story. Kinda long, but like I think it's dope. And then this middle section we get a little bit vloggier, and like you'll see what happens. See, this is cool too, because like we had the setup, like I said, and once it hits that transition,
finding my thing,
boom, the music changes. We change the scenes. It's a new. We are in Act 2 now. This is how I've done it in my brain. Did that same transition again? That overexposed transition. I'll open the door.
Finding my thing.
I talked about this in one of the recent videos. I did this where I opened the door, they got really bright, and I used that to fade into another scene. Didn't work as smoothly this time because I tried to do it like with my hand. I tried to like fabricate it, but it just didn't quite work the same. But it's still going in full speed. You couldn't hardly tell. But I really dig that as a transition. Also, fun fact, that shot that was in the back seat of my car. Let's see here. Let's go back a little bit. This shot right here, it was a little bit wider and a little bit more crooked, but I cropped it and like straightened it out in the edit because it was a really bothersome. It was bothersomely crooked. It was not cool. Not very good.
I started off on YouTube back in 2019.
Also, oh my
I had
gosh.
all sorts of different.
So let me describe. Well, first of all, so usually when I get the old footage from the old videos from back in the day, I've just been screen recording them, but the quality's never that good. Recently I realized that in YouTube Studio you can actually download your old videos, like as an MP4 file. You can actually download your old videos. So I downloaded this video. The image quality is actually not too bad, but it's just wow.
Different little inspirations that sort of prompted
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's GareTheBear. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Oh boy.
me to make videos in the first
boy.
place. And as a result of this, the content that I made on my channel
Wow.
was various. So
Various, dude. Wild. Fun fact, I've averaged in the last couple of 3-4 months, I've averaged over 100 views a video. The last time I did that was the very beginning of the channel. Fun fact.
after a little over a year of making the
Gonna go to Walmart, gonna get some food. Bro, you already know what we're doing. You already know. If that isn't foreshadowing, oh man, if that isn't foreshadowing for like the rest of the entire channel, I don't know what is. Like we're out here going to Walmart and getting food all the time.
super variety content. I was in college.
Also, fun fact, I realized in the edit, so you notice there's a decent chunk of B-roll between the driving sequence and the getting to my between the getting in my office and then this. That is because the talking underneath all of this B-roll, I was still at the house shooting in my window, so I didn't want to get it confused. Like I showed that I was leaving, and then I ended up back in my room somehow. So I had to put B-roll over top of it to hide the fact that I was in my room shooting, and then cut to this where I'm in the office. So it chronologically makes sense. Just a little fun fact. Like, see, I had all of this first video
I had
stuff.
all sorts of different little inspirations that sort of
all the
prompted
words I'm
me
saying
to
in the
make
back.
videos in the first place. And as
Like, if we can go back, we can go to the... Bro, I'm going to pull up the editor again. I'm going to do it because I think it's cool. Shoot, I'm just losing track of everything. Okay, boom, Premiere Elements, boom. Okay, so let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see. We'll go back. They're inspired by... Cut. Okay, this...
inspiration.
Oh, wait, no, not this. Not there yet. We are... Okay, we have this montage. Boom. And then get to my office. If I kill that line of video, look at this. I'm still in my room. So tell me if this makes sense. Boom, getting in the car. Driving. Getting to the office. Walking into the office. Back at the house. Back in my room. How does that chronologically make sense? So... after reviewing that in the edit, I slapped in all of this B-roll, which I wanted to get this B-roll anyway, but I put it in this location to protect the consistency of the story. But yeah, it's just a fun fact. I think this is also another clutch reason why I want to continue to reference back to the editing software, because quite frankly, I just think it's interesting. But yeah, fun fact, the more you know. It gives you a whole new perspective on these videos that you just watch, you know. I know I don't like if you stay out, back your time. Okay, we're going to get back to reality, aka the video at hand.
As a result of this, the content that I made on my channel was
various.
So after a little over a year of making the super duper variety
I remember the good old days. I hear you singing the academic. Hey, man, I'm sneaky. I was playing some guitar earlier, and I was playing some of their stuff, and it was so good. I played Mixtape 2003, and it's probably one of the easiest songs of all time as far as, like, guitar chords goes.
content. I was in college. I started watching a lot of Casey Neistat. I was really struggling to find consistency making these videos. And as a result of that, all of those things built up together, I decided to start uploading daily.
Bro, Vlogmas is about to be crazy, dude. I'm so excited for some Vlogmas action. Let me tell you, I can hear it. My volume is like barely up, so I heard myself hooting and hollering. But nah, man, I'm so excited for some Vlogmas action this December. It's gonna be so good. Vlog-tastic. It's gonna be so vloggy. I'm gonna try and make it not so, I don't know, boring. Cause like the last time I did Vlogmas, I've like quintupled my skills since then, so probably it's gonna be much better. Much better. And I think also recording the vlogs a day ahead of time should also be good. So, hey, we'll just have to see. I'm excited for it though. It's gonna be really good.
Doing that, I went from being inspired just to create at all.
Fun fact: this is also kind of a cool little thing I noticed when I was making this.
Start uploading daily.
So I said I was inspired by Casey Neistat, right?
All of that, all of those things built up together.
And then
I
a couple shots later,
to start uploading daily. In doing,
boom, Casey Neistat glasses over here in the corner. Just like that. That's a fun little tidbit.
That I went from being inspired just to create at all to being inspired to create a certain way. And over the course of the 94 days in a row.
Okay, so before I get into this section where I talk about it, in the making of this video, it became apparent to me how many vlogs I've actually made. How many videos in general that I've actually created on this channel. It's like, holy crap, dude. I've made so many videos. I made over 1,100 videos. But, like, okay, I've probably made, like, almost 600 long-form videos. But still, that's a lot. I mean, I've made so many videos, dude.
That I uploaded.
Don't be glitching on me now.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself and how I want to make content. I learned a lot about the technical aspect of making a lot of videos. And I learned that making videos is really what I want to do. And so as a result of that, the next...
Did my volume just get like stupid loud for some reason?
Step in the journey was not only improving my skills, but improving the quality of the videos.
You learned that college sucks. Yeah! Yeah. Like, if I didn't have to do all the work and stuff, it wouldn't have been too bad. It's just, you know, that kind of sucked. Everything else was awesome about it. Like, everything else about it was awesome, except for the work and also how expensive it was. But, like, other than that,
Great.
Bro, that doorknob has been struggling as of late. We have been having some issues. Look at this. I found this hilarious, so I left it in.
With the daily vlog, it was a lot of improving my technical abilities, but
I swore I'm about to like screw down this microphone because it's like it's so annoying. I cannot vlog handheld with it because it does like that. It wobbles and you can hear it, and it's so annoying.
After 2021 started, I really got into...
It's not nearly as bad as it used to be fair, but it's still really annoying. And I am not a huge fan of it, so it needs to just get better.
Working on making fewer videos, but making them overall better.
I like this shot a lot right here. But, you know, this was a kind of a... I had to... This shot can't necessarily be straight on. It can. It's just a lot of a pain in the butt because I have to like wrap it around the basketball goal, and that thing is so thin compared to the GorillaPod that it's hard to get a good grip on it without it sliding down. So, next week's video, for those of you that are watching, you're gonna get a sneak peek. Actually on Monday, tomorrow, I'm receiving a package. The Joby Range Pod. It's like a GorillaPod, but it's not. It's like a full-size tripod. But it's Gucci. The Gucci phone and the Gucci tripod, if you know, you know. So it's going to be nice because I'm going to be able to like set the thing up anywhere. Oh, I bought it. Yeah, I bought it. Ha. Oh, I bought it. But I'm going to be able to set that up anywhere because like the GorillaPod is one of the best inventions of all time. Don't get me wrong. Especially the 3K edition or the Pro edition because yeah, it's just superior to all other inventions. However, its job is to do everything that other tripods do. It's just quicker and easier. However, this particular tripod, like the reason I have decided that I need it / want it is because there's so many, as I'm evolving as a video person, I need more variety of shots, and I can only get so many shots with this GorillaPod. And one of the things I'm getting tired of, and you saw it earlier in the video, it was that shot where I was walking in the hallway, and it was like this. It was just before that little area. But that shot is shot from the ground, so you're looking from the ground up. Let me just. We're at 426. Okay. Let's just scrub to that spot. This right here. This is shot from the ground, and while that's all fine and dandy, maybe I don't want to shoot it from the ground every single time I want this shot. Like, maybe that's not effective, or maybe that's just not what I want to do. So, as a result of that, I made the purchase, the channel investment, because, yeah, I want to be able to get shots similar to this, but, like, have verticality to work with, because not always do I have something to wrap the tripod around or something to set the tripod on. So it'd be handy to have something that is its own vertical assistance. And another thing, one of the main reasons I pulled the trigger was because, so the GorillaPod has the 3K Pro kit has the Arca Swiss compatible like release plate. Let me show you. Let me just. Arca Swiss plate. Bang. Okay. Let me just describe. Okay, this is a shoot. Let me just go to images real quick. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, it's already shown. Cool. So these little mounting plates are sort of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be more specific. I want the GorillaPod. Sure. Okay, so you have this. Okay, this is a perfect image to show you. So you have this little. Good grief, this is getting difficult. So there's the knob here on the top, and then it's nice. Good. It is very nice outside. But there's the knob on top that kind of pulls that little plate, or that pulls that little holder thing in, or it pulls it out, and so you can pull that plate off of the top. This is something to where you can just unscrew that, pop that thing off, and then I would be able to transfer plates to the different tripods. I did a terrible job of explaining that, and I sincerely apologize, but my point is that transitioning from the GorillaPod to the Range Pod, I could do that relatively quickly. All I would have to do is just boom, like loosen that plate, pop it out, slap it on top of the other tripod, tighten it down, and then we're ready to go. I don't have to unscrew the camera from the tripod and then re-screw it to a different tripod. I can use the same mounting plate on 2 different tripods, so it's gonna be way easier to get that shot. Let's see here. Okay, we're back to the action. The viewers dipped. They're getting tired of this crap. Videos, but making them overall better.
Post-daily vlogs. The vlog, season 1. This is when I was really sort of feeling out a schedule. I was doing a vlog like every week. And towards the end of season 1, I did Vlogmas. That moment, I think, that month of vlogging made me realize that there was another step. There was another step in improving my videos. Thus begins season 2. Now with season 2, if I remember correctly, I did 4 videos per week until I hit 100 episodes. And then when I hit 100 episodes in season 2, I started season 3. The vlog season 2 and the vlog season 3.
You know, it's kind of wild. The season 3, I felt like I just started that like less than a year ago. Like season 3 went by so quickly. Even though like it's already over a year old, it just feels like it went by so fast. And that's nuts. That's nuts. Like, bruh, why you gotta be doing that like that, bruh?
By and large, there wasn't much difference between those videos.
I started
grinding. Using the ZV-1 in season.
I was just putting out videos left and right. Like, it was crazy. The speed in which I was producing. I think that's why it felt like season 3 flew on by.
Other than that, I mean, not much different until the end of season 3, when I had vlogged a lot up until that point. That was my stage of repetitions. I was just vlogging, tons and tons of vlogs until season 4.
Another really good time. I really like that timeline.
Okay.
That one was probably my favorite one. I had that one like in the window. So actually, I'm kidding. There's the next time lapse that shows up as my favorite one.
So at the end of season 3, I really got the feeling that my videos weren't getting better. I was making them for a week, and it's not that I hated those videos, I just didn't feel right about them. There wasn't that, I didn't want to go back and rewatch them over and over again. The decision that followed was really, really tough. It was really hard for me to make because up until this point in my video making career, I've been high quantity. That helped me a lot to get through that consistency barrier. But it got to the point where I knew my skills had developed a lot. And so much so that I felt like they were almost being diminished by creating as many videos as I was.
This is an interesting point that I want to highlight. When I was talking about my skills developing, I was, doing the way they. Okay, so let me back up. I'm gonna go to the chat view because this is the real deal, right? This is real talk. So they talk all about quantity versus quality all the time, and there's the dialogue going back and forth. Like, is it better to have a lot of videos or to have few very quality videos? Like, what's the secret? People don't quite understand that quality, you can't necessarily get quality without quantity coming first. Like, you don't get to quality, you don't achieve quality, or subjective quality. You don't achieve that without going through the process and creating multiple pieces, right? Like, you don't get quality without quantity. So you can't have quantity, or you can't have quality without quantity, but you can have quantity without quality. And if you want to, like, today, in this particular example, making a lot of vlogs, like, say I made a ton of vlogs, and I can visualize this so well. I need to make this a video. I need to make a video about this. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget it, because, like, I got a picture in my brain of a line graph, and, like, where it starts to deplete or whatever. So I'm just gonna quality versus quantity graph. Okay, but so in this particular case, also YouTube, you're lying to me because I know I'm on because I have my phone on this. But anyway, no. But in this particular case, you get so many videos out. I got so many videos out that, I was learning. I was getting better at something every single time until a certain point came where I was making so many things, but there was a time where I wasn't improving much because I don't want to say I had maxed out my improvement because that's impossible, but I got into a point where I had a pretty steady, consistent level of quality that I wasn't, with how I was producing videos, I wasn't able to surpass my current level of quality. So I was still hitting the quantity, but my quality wasn't going up as much. So I got to a point where, in order to improve my quality, in order to improve what I was making, I had to cut back on the quantity and focus more on the quality, because I had the skill set built up to where I was able to create better quality. But if you don't have the skill set built up to begin with, how are you going to create quality? How are you going to make high quality pieces of work if you don't have a skill set to back that up? So the graph would go like, I'm going to start from this side. The graph would go up, as I'm making quantity and getting better in quality every time. But there's a certain point where I can only get so much better in quality while my quantity remains the same. So it would like go up like that and then flatten out. So what I would have to do is cut back on the quantity, but each time increase the quality. And be very deliberate about this. So that way you are in more control of the up on the quality metric. So that would be a good It's a really good, that visual I think would do really well in a video. Really cool stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Got a little tangent there, but I felt passionate about that. I wanted to speak my mind on it. I wanted to speak my mind, man.
I wasn't able to maximize what I was able to do to get a video out 4 days
Literally, that. I just described this whole thing in 18 times the words.
a week. You have to just be on the grind, cut corners like crazy. I can't make it to the standard in which I know I can create.
See, I just described that, but in a much more complicated way. I got to a point to where I had maximized what I was able to do with the format I was doing it in. So in order to do better, I had to change the format. Whoever, Chloe, I think you just popped back in. I don't know if it was Chloe or not, but whoever just came in just missed an entire rant.
I quit doing 4 videos a week, and I narrowed it down to 1. It was at that time, season 4 of the vlog.
Season 4! Woo! This is my favorite time lapse right here. It's actually on 3x zoom. Look at that.
I got a few weeks into season 4, making 1 video per week.
You know, okay, so there's a clip in the recording, the original recording, before I cut it out. I had made mention that I think so far, like I've made, 16 videos? Now 17 videos. Chloe just came back. Bro, if you gotta leave to go do something, leave the stream open for the watch time. Leave the stream open. If you're able to, and if you can't, I understand, blah, blah, blah. But, leave it open. But anyway, I made mention in a clip that I had cut out of the video that I was like, I can't prove this right now, but I would bet that so far in 17 episodes in season 4, I bet I've passed up I've passed up the other seasons in views. Although now that I say that, season 3 had the initial GoPro versus ZV-1 video, and that's got over 10,000 views. So, not necessarily, although it's close. It's close. It's within a couple thousand, I think. But by the end of season 4, it will far and away be the biggest season of the vlog of all time. That's the thing.
And
I
started to notice something. What I noticed was that, yes, the viewers were going up and this and that and the other thing, but the things that people were saying and the reactions and the feedback I was getting on these videos in particular, there was so much better storytelling.
Benjamin! Nah, man, just in general, the quality of the comments has been so much better. And except for this silly goose here, it's I don't know if you should ignore click-through rate. Yeah, that. The point of that. See, people don't get the context. The point of ignoring the click-through rate and view duration is not to just completely disregard that metric at all, but just don't spend all my time focusing on that particular metric because it's gonna drive myself crazy. Obviously, you gotta pay attention to that thing, but if it's gonna drive you crazy, it's not worth paying attention to. It's that simple.
Involved, and there was better.
And part of that video too was that whole story of that video was, hey, I'm getting stuck in the analytics. I'm deleting YouTube Studio, whatever it was, and then I made that I needed to ignore this, and this because it was making me crazy.
Value overall, and you can tell there was more effort put into these videos. But the thing that I think stuck out to me the most, and the thing that really this video is about, people are starting to pinpoint, hey, you're really good at this, or I really like that you do this in these videos. But whatever the this is my thing. And it hit me. I'm getting all these comments talking about certain parts.
I was wondering why the baseball kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it hit me.
Parts of these videos that people are starting to notice the things about my videos that make them my videos. I think it's really, really cool because I'm not the one, saying, this is my thing, I'm gonna make it my thing. I'm just doing things that I think are...
I want a thing counter. I need somebody to go back through with very close attention and count the number of times I say the word thing, or things, or any word similar to thing, because that's just absurd.
Cool, or that I think are gonna be good in videos or whatever, and then people are saying that's special to you. That's something that you do that I've not seen.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. I've already used this shot before.
So, what is my thing? What do I deem to be my thing?
Conflict. What is my thing? I don't know.
My unique style. What makes my videos mine?
I liked. Okay, there was a reason. I think that's called a J cut. where the video comes in before the
to be
audio.
my thing, my unique style, what makes my videos my.
That's a J. I think that's what it's called, a J cut, where the video of the next clip comes in before the audio of the next clip, and the audio of the first clip doesn't end until it's something. Anyway, I needed to keep. I deliberately kept this in here, and there's several things like this where I kept it in to show that I'm not certain at this moment of the video. The conflict L cut. Thank you, Johnny. I knew there's the J and there's the L. I can never remember which one is which because it's very similar. So the L is where the first video goes on top of the second one, and then the J is where the second goes on or the one way or the either way. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you. I don't know, man. I get them. Like it's one of those things. I know what I'm doing in the edit. I just don't know how to put words to it. That's the beauty. But anyway, the point of that cut was the conflict of the videos. I don't know what my thing is. And so that, like, I'm like, what the heck is my thing? And then that visual reinforces that idea. I'm just like sitting there like, what is it? I'm thinking about it. What is it? What is the thing that I am thinking? Bruh.
I think there's a couple things. It's hard to say because I can't watch them objectively. I just can't. It's impossible. It's my own work. I can't look at it objectively, so this is just sort of what I've seen.
That would be, if I had 3 wishes, one of them would be to be able to watch my videos objectively and, like, to give myself precise feedback of, like, what I think about it from an objective standpoint. Because, that would be so helpful, I think. Or just completely destroy me. I don't know. One way or another. I would probably roast myself, to be honest.
Based on patterns and based on comments and based on whatever. But these are things that I sort of agree with, that I am intentional about. One of my main things that I'm really trying to focus on and take pride in these videos is being creative with the shots.
Dude.
Because
that's something I'll make mention of this here shortly in the video, but I wanted to nail it home here in the commentary. But something I've always had in my whole life, from the time I was born to now, I've had this label of, like, I've shown it time and time again. I'm a creative human being. I have a creative brain, and as a result of that, I'm able to what I'm learning in this video and just in general. I need to lean into that instinct, that creative instinct, to let those whimsical ideas take over and let those creative juices flow, because that's my natural instinct. That's how I've always been. So by letting that take over and letting that show through in the videos, it is helping the videos, and it's also showing my own unique qualities through these videos that I'm making. So yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, I cut this part out, I think, but I said that my thing is being creative, but, like, that's pretty basic. That's like, okay, anyone could say that, but, like, there's still a different, there's more of a limit. I can do more, I think, but I forgot exactly what I said. But we'll just watch the next minute and a half, and then we'll see what happens. Boom. And if you haven't seen the full video, there's a link in the description of this stream to watch it now or later or whenever you want, or never. If I can't control you. Whatever you want to do.
Actually, as a vlogger, making it visually interesting and
presenting that. Okay, fun fact: that shots,
because especially as a vlogger,
this shot right here looks kind of goofy, looks kind of whatever, but, like, it's a GoPro that's on my trash can. This trash can, to be exact. The GoPro is set on my trash can. It's like shooting a POV. I felt like that was one of my more creative shots, because, like, that's one of those things in that video. If you didn't know it was there, you didn't think you needed that, but now that you have that POV, you're like, wow, I needed that shot in that video. In the context of the video, if you don't have the context of the video, it makes no sense. But Maddie's here. Hi.
Making it visually interesting. Presenting information.
Boom.
Or a story in.
I was watching this back. This is the GoPro attached to my car on 360 horizon lock, and holy crap! Like, obviously, I appreciated it because I made all the videos about it, and I've just used the GoPro a jillion times. But man, is that buttery smooth! Look at that.
Very visual.
That is so smooth. And God, look at that. I want to go back and watch it again.
Interesting.
I want to watch it again.
Presenting information or
just look how smooth it is.
In a very.
I had an idea. So Johnny, you'll love this one. I was talking about, I had an idea about match cuts, like practicing with match cuts. And if for those that don't know, a match cut is, so like in this image, for example, the car is, I have the camera locked off, the car is not moving, but the background is moving. And that gives context, that gives you the information that allows your brain to say, well, the car is actually moving, but the camera is mounted on the car, so it doesn't look like the car is moving. But anyway, the background looks like it's moving. The car isn't moving. I need this exact same shot, but with a bunch of different settings to where I could cut. It only looks like the background's changing, but the whole thing is changing. But the subject of each cut is matched up together. So it looks like it's just like the background's just changing rapidly like that. I have an idea, because like for my second channel, it's called GareTheBear 2. It used to be the shorts channel, but anyway, for that channel, I have an idea of like wanting to practice those types of things. So like I want to do just a compilation of just match cuts, like set up some match cuts, like make a whole video of that. And I want to do a video with match cuts as well. I have it. It's already in my brain. It's called circles, and I want to do like I want to go around like my house, my yard, like anywhere that I would ever go, shoot circles. Anything that's a circle, I want to shoot it and get it like in the center third of the shot, and then in the edit, line up all those circles, but like cut, like, you know, montage to music or something. And I want to do like a match cut, so where all you see is that circle in the middle, but it's a different circle every time. So the only thing that stays the same is that subconscious circle that you know as humans, you see that it's a circle, but that's the only thing that's the only thing that's staying the same. Everything else around it's changing. That would be a really cool idea. I would make like a little compilation on my second channel. I want to do that really badly at some point. It's one of those things like I want to be like done with the video for that week and then have a bunch of extra time and like not be doing anything. Like I want to make it at some point. It will be made. I just don't know when. Anyway. But yeah, really like this shot. GoPro, smooth as butter. GoPro 11. I watched exactly the same video. I just watched exactly the same video yesterday. Which video? Which one? I don't know.
Visually appealing way.
Which one, Johnny? Let me hear which one you watched. What video did you watch?
You know, that creativity is something I really love doing.
Circles. Oh! Like the Post Malone song?
I really love finding that challenge in the video making process to get as creative a shot as I can.
Slow-mo Benjamin! Fun fact, I think, let me see here. I don't think, I didn't really pay attention, but these were all shot on the ZV-1 in the high frame rate mode. I think it's like 240 frames per second. That's how you get the stupidly good slow-mo. But I did a little experiment, not really experiment, like I just kind of like played around with the slow-mo shot.
Creative a shot as I can.
And it actually kind of worked out for the video, so I just put them in there. Slow-mo, Benjamin. Boom. Oh yeah, tackle me. Boom.
I think one of the other things that makes my videos mine is
that they're mine. They're on my channel. Ha ha ha. In today's YouTube, though, that's not always the case. People be stealing like crazy. Benjamin. Yeah, he's a good boy. Benjamin's the best boy.
Creative use of B-roll. I want to continue to improve on this.
I just remembered something. I wanted to make a bee joke, like B-E-E, like the bzz, like bee joke, but I forgot. I wanted to do that so bad. There's a meme on Evan Lindy's channel, like where he'll shoot B-roll, and every time he can find a bee, he'll like get a shot of a bee for his B-roll. Like, it's so good. It's so classic, and it's awesome.
This and make it even more creative. This part of the thing is sort of one that I'm still working on and still trying to evolve it, but it's becoming a staple in my videos. I shoot overhead, writing on a piece of paper, drawing on a piece of paper, whatever, lighting stuff on fire.
Lighting stuff on fire? I had to do it. I had to include that in there. Love that shot. There's a dude on Instagram making car meeting videos. He do match cuts of wheels and car logos. Oh, that's sick. That's sick, dude. That's awesome. I like those. I've seen something where like they do, I think it's probably just like a movie or whatever, but they do match cuts with the wheels on cars. It's pretty cool.
But the point is, that's something that I'm
But yeah, match cuts are such an interesting concept to me. Try to find them some too. Bad, dude. Go for it.
I'm sort of adopting, and I'm really liking the effect that it's having in these videos, so I want to keep trying to take that and add to it, mold it, change it up, and make it something that's really, really unique. But I think those those two things really are the main ones. I think the number one thing that is my thing, I think, is hyper creative shots. And I know I could do better still, to where the shot is just obnoxiously creative.
Yeah, not you trying to bat out the fire with your bare hand. Hey, man. Ha! There was, it was, first of all, that was funny. Second of all, it had to be done. It had to be done.
That's something that I really want to
All it would take was just a split second, and I wouldn't even. It was all adrenaline anyway. So
do a lot of is that kind of stuff, because that.
Also, I talk about hyper creative shots. It's gonna be a challenge. I think next video too, because I'm reviewing the tripod next video. So what my plan is like use the GoPro, use my phone, whatever. Really challenge myself to go stupid creative with this, like. Make it like so. My video that I put out a couple months ago, the CV1 versus GoPro 11 review after a year or whatever the heck. That was like it had a story to it, and that was a much more. I'm trying to think of the word. You need an upside down shot. Oh yeah, like I've already thought that. Put the GoPro underneath the tripod when it's set up and like shoot up underneath the tripod. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but like that's what I want to do. But there's, oh yeah, that video I'm talking about, it's like a review video, like a product review video, but with so much, like a product review video, but with so much more substance. Like I want you to like get the value of the product and also showcase a story. Maybe that's unnecessary for a product review video, but like I thought it was necessary, so I did it. But yeah, I want to get super, super creative with that range pod review. Just saying. So if anyone has any shot ideas for that, let me know.
Is what makes people stand out. It's like finding that thing that seemingly only you can do because of what you have, what you bring to the table. And I think that is true for me. I've always had a lot of seemingly weird or crazy ideas or thoughts in my brain. And bringing those things to life with a camera, I think, is so cool. I think it's a great thing. By making these videos and
this was the one I was talking about shot on the GoPro. The reason I put this for context over creative shot is because this was like shooting straight up into the sky. Like it wasn't a landscape of anything. I just wanted to see the clouds rolling across the full thing as opposed to like boom. I wanted to see it like kind of going up and down. I don't know if that makes any sense. I meant literally like shoot a time lapse upside down so the frame is upside down. Oh, nice.
trying to.
Hey, what I'll do though, what I could do, I could just shoot it regular and then flip it. But like, I guess that's not as cool.
Actively make them more creative, I think is going to.
Although, you know what? With the new tripod, I could actually do that because of how, like, I could do. So the way the legs work is, it's not like you go like this and then it stands. It's like you have to flip them out and then they lock into place that way. So the rig to hang your camera up, when it's folded up, it's on the bottom. So like you gotta flip the legs up, go like that, and then there's your little thing. You hold your camera there. What I could do is just not flip them up all the way, just go kind of like that, extend it. I could shoot from underneath the tripod. I could shoot from like inside the teepee, if you will, and I could shoot with the tripod upside down. That's, again, not what you meant, but that's a thing, that's a possibility. And I could also use that as an overhead shooting rig, technically. For like, when I'm not in here in the office with the homemade one, I could do it elsewhere. Because there's sometimes I'll be out in the wilderness or doing whatever, and like I need an overhead shot, but I don't have one, so I do it handheld, and it's good.
Help.
Anyway.
Cater to that part of my brain that's like so whimsical and like trying to find weird things and creative things. I want to use that part of my brain to then convert it to as creative of shots in these videos that I can get.
I would love to get the GoPro or something and like use the range pod like in the creek, shoot straight down and like see the water running or something like that. That would be sick, dude.
And that's
very, very many. There's so many possibilities, and there's some that I'm excited about because I don't even know. Like there's some possibilities I'm not even aware of yet. Like I haven't held the thing in my hand, and therefore I cannot visualize the possibilities. They're endless, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Taking a lot of time and a lot of years of reflection and just reps, making tons of videos to really find that thing. I think it's always been there. It's just a matter of going through the process of figuring that out.
Thank you, patrons. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, gang. Okay. Where we at? Chat view. Okay, so that was the end of the director's commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed. No, I'm really excited for the the tripod to come in, because that's like, I didn't make any changes. Okay, whatever. Oh wait, yeah, I did. Either way, no, I'm really excited for the tripod to come in, because I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna try and make it as creative as possible. It's gonna be epic. Also, good grief. Shoot, what am I doing? I don't even know. I haven't streamed like on this screen in a while. But no, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate all the chats. It's been epic. It's kind of funny on this little graph here. It shows like, woo, we got down to almost nobody, even though it's not true, because I'm literally, hello, that's on my phone right now. I'm watching it, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm trying to think of something to like leave with, something interesting, something cool, something valuable. Greasy hair. Don't mind that. It's still really nice outside and the sun's still up, so I might play some more basketball when I get home. I don't know. But I'm excited because I'm going to try and... I think I just went from the director's commentary to nerdy tripod talk, but I'm really psyched for the new tripod. I think it's going to allow so many new possibilities creatively as far as getting shots and stuff. And like I said, things I haven't even thought of yet. So I'm really excited to see what that brings. That'll be tomorrow when it comes in, so I'll probably start shooting that video Wednesday. But yeah. We've gone over an hour. That's crazy, dude. Anyone have anything they want to say in the chat? Last minute words before we sign off for the thing. There's 4 of you here, 3 of you here, 4 of you here. So I know you got something to say, bruh. I know you got something to say. Maybe you don't. Who knows? I don't know. It'd be crazy if one day like these directors' commentaries have like 1 million people in the, not like 1 million, but like a lot of people in the chat constantly. So like, there's just chat going crazy. Matt Joes, is it the guy's name that did that video? I'm gonna assume because that's just kind of a random thing to send in the chat. But on Instagram. Oh, okay. Bet. I'll check it out. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Actually, pull it up right now. Doody doo doody doo doody doo. Okay. London Time Warper. Time-lapse and hyperlapse operator. Oh, sick, dude. Oh, wait a minute. This is cool. Ooh, we got some star trails? Yo, that's cool, dude. Bro, that's sick. Hold on. Let me, oh, wait. Is this the one? This is the pinned one right here. Oh, bro, that's sick. Yo, I see what you're talking about. The cars and the emblems. That's so cool. Bro, match cuts. I'm following this dude. This dude got to follow. Boom. That's sick, bro. Johnny, thank you for telling me that. Thank you for putting me on that. That is so sick. Much appreciated, my friend. Much, much appreciated. Good gravy. All right. Anywho, gangsters. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And Johnny, once again, thank you for putting me on Matt Joe's. Really appreciate that. I guess that's Josie. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. If you haven't watched the new video, again, check it out. Link in the description. Also in the description is the Patreon. 7-day free trial. Only $3 a month after that. If you want to. That's bloopers and other exclusive fun content. So check it out if you're interested. But all that said, gang, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you for spending some time with me today. And I'll see you next